Online privacy is more important than ever, no matter if you're a content creator, an educator, or an entrepreneur. So today we're going to talk about the tools that you can use to protect your online privacy. So one thing to take note of is if you're doing any screen recording or screen sharing. So if you're doing a webinar or recording a class, a lot of times, like let's say you're trying to teach an e-commerce class and you're trying to teach people how to sell their products on Amazon. So if you're screen recording on Amazon, a lot of times if you're logged into your Amazon account or you forget, it'll show your zip code or it'll show your general location. So there's a couple ways to remedy this. So if you're screen recording with XSplit Broadcaster, what you can do is you can actually use the color map feature to create bars to block out your address info. So this is really handy and it saves a couple steps in post as well. And then you can actually use a VPN. So a VPN will actually spoof your location. So let's say you're located in California, you can use a VPN to put you in Nevada or somewhere else. And it's a great way when you use different search sites. Like a lot of times they'll ask for your location, you might click it by accident and it'll reveal exactly where you are. So it seems like every other day you hear about a website that had its data breached and it lost the passwords of its users. So the way you can avoid this is creating strong passwords for different websites. But as you use more and more websites, it can be really hard to remember these passwords, which is why I recommend using a password manager. Now, I personally use LastPass, but all of them pretty much work the same. They're all of pretty good quality, like 1Pass and stuff like that. But the general idea is you create this central password location, which has one single password. So there is a bit of a point of failure there, but just make sure it's a really special password. And then what it'll do is it'll store your passwords. It usually works as a plugin in your browser and it'll autofill them. So it's important to create strong passwords, which you can actually use with these, and make sure it's different between different websites. And then it's good to set up a calendar reminder, like a spring cleaning for your passwords, so that once every year, at least for critical sites like baking accounts or email, you go in and change your passwords. So you're probably tired of spending all your hard-earned cash because those targeted ads are just too good and get you every time. So it can be useful to use a private search engine. So you can use something like Start Page where it won't save your cookies. Of course, you could also use incognito mode as well. But basically you can search for stuff and it won't target you with ads and harvest all your personal data. But another useful thing with this is that it doesn't save your search information. So sometimes when you're screen recording or you're streaming, you've seen a content creator have a live stream fail to this, which is their past searches pop up and something unfortunate pops up in their past searches. And it's a big memeable moment, but if you're doing something like this in a professional environment, it could be really bad for your career. So another practice is to make sure you're using different search engines on different computers. Like if you have a work computer, just use one for that so that data isn't stored. But yeah, there's things like Start Page, DuckDuckGo, and Hide My Searches. These are all useful tools. Sometimes they have plugins to really make sure that your history isn't revealed and your data isn't mined endlessly. So having messaging apps is quite risky if you're streaming or recording, especially if you're showing your desktop. Like WhatsApp's gonna reveal phone numbers, Messenger is gonna reveal people's names, like Facebook just wants all your info out there all the time. So it's recommended to keep these closed, but if you need to have a service open, I recommend Discord. So Discord actually has what's known as a streamer mode. And what this does is that it changes different things that Discord displays. So like if you have like usernames, it's gonna change the numbers so you don't reveal people's IDs. Or if you have Discord server invite links, it'll hide these. And the best thing of all is that this is automatically triggered when Discord detects streaming software. So if XSplit Broadcaster open, it'll automatically be active. So you don't have to be worrying about scrambling to activate Discord mode. And you can even trigger this as a hotkey if you want as well. So the last tip is that if you're using any type of public PC, so if you're using like a work PC, make sure that you log out of all your accounts, or better yet, use like an incognito window. So you just close that window, you're logged out, and then you're good to go. But if you have any tips about keeping your online privacy, let me know in the comments. Thanks again for watching. See you on the next one.